pharma industry is related to healthcare of patients, and globally the focus is on quality, consistency, and compliance. So, as India increasingly becomes a global pharmacy, the companies operating in India will need to focus on compliance with a view to meet global standards and ultimately aspire to exceed these standards.
All right, sir. There is a school of thought which seems to believe that perhaps there is a gap between the requirements that are sought by the global regulators as compared to the requirements that are sought by the domestic regulators. Do you think that the bridge needs to be somehow reached? There needs to be a sort of consensus between the requirements overseas and the requirements domestically?
No, clearly, I think I see that compliance globally is becoming more stringent, and if I see in last 5 years, then expectations that the Indian regulators have, the process of approval of product, the process of approval of manufacturing facilities are becoming kind of more closer to the global expectations, and we see that periodically the Indian drug inspectors accompanying international regulatory consultants or inspectors on some of the audits. So I think it's a question of creating the capability and the organizational strength, and maybe in next few years the regulatory standards in India will meet global standards.
All right, sir, point taken. Now, since you're on the topic of audits, there is an audit that was recently conducted at your Halol plant in Gujarat. There are some concerns that were raised. Would you like to provide some clarity on what was the concern that was in fact raised by the regulators, and can we expect a resolution anytime soon to what is going on at the Halol plant, sir?
No, it's a policy of our company not to respond to speculations, but I can share with you that the inspection at our Halol facility was part of a regulatory audit and in line with what the FDA does periodically, either for GMP audit or for pre-approval inspection.
All right, sir. So essentially, can we safely assume that perhaps a resolution can be reached? Because this is one particular area which has bothered the markets as far as clearances are concerned, sir.
No, I think for me to say that a resolution would be reached, you are presuming that there is a problem. So I think normally the process works in a way whereby FDA gives the company a 483 and then we have to respond to the 483, and then once the FDA gets a satisfaction as to the resolution or the solution that we are providing, it gets over and we get what is called approval of the establishment once again. So we have a few days to go before that will happen.
Alright, so clearly some more procedures that are yet to take place. Let's move on to another important aspect which is troubling the Indian pharma industry, and that's the drug pricing regime. In the past, we have seen the drug pricing authority capping the prices of certain non-essential medicines. What kind of chaos do you think these discretionary powers being awarded to authorities are causing, sir? Because at the end of the day, these are medicines that have a direct impact. The pricing has a direct impact on the company's profits.
I think regulators have a job to do. So I would not, because I am not a regulator, I am not able to respond on their behalf. From industry's point of view, some of the products which were not covered within the scope of the essential drug list were covered under certain provisions, and I think since the matter is in the court, it is better for me not to respond to the question till there is a resolution of this issue in the court.
Proper pricing environment plus new launches. Would you agree that those are the two factors that have led to the US business consistently doing well as far as Sun Pharma is concerned?
Yeah, that would be correct assessment.
Alright, sir. And any other plans as far as the expansion plans in the US business are concerned, sir? The DUSA acquisition as well?
We just a few weeks back announced acquisition of a sterile dosage manufacturing facility in the US, and the idea for us is to use this facility to create a kind of a backup manufacturing infrastructure for our products. We continue to invest in manufacturing infrastructure in the US as well as in Europe. The idea is to become a company with multiple sources of supply so that customers can depend on us for regular supplies.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.